But speaking of Extinction Rebellion, I'm glad you brought them up. Apparently they're now being offered therapy because worrying about the climate if you're in Extinction Rebellion is something really to upset
Sorry,
you.
but we need therapy for dealing with these guys, these
I know.
ridiculous Extinction Rebellion protesters. Apparently they might be experiencing shock, disorientation, fear or powerlessness at the reality of the climate change emergency.
Yeah.
Diddums.
But these are like, you see these people,
guys.
don't you, who are ridiculously, I mean, certainly not by me, I would never invite them on this show, but invited onto other TV stations, and where they scream at the presenter, why are you not out on the streets with us? You know, why are you not doing something? It's an emergency. Why are you working? And you kind of going, all right, darling, calm down. What's wrong with you?
They just have no sense of proportionality. No. And they have to understand that there is a route to...
Yeah.
Don't we all want to get to net zero eventually?
But, no, I don't want to get to net zero eventually. I don't care. Because every time I ask... The reason I say that is not because I'm a curmudgeonly old git. It's because whenever I ask somebody what happens when we get to net zero, they can't answer. I have not yet found one politician who knows what net zero means, or who knows whether our lives will get better, or who knows how much longer the Earth will exist as a result of it. So I'm not doing it, and I don't want it. Sorry.
But part of the therapy is also to actually help them get over the stress of protesting.
Oh,
you think, well, the best way to do that is not to jump out in front of cars.
And that's
Don't
why.
glue your hands to the road.
No.
And maybe your heart rate will come down a bit.
Yes.
You sort of have to wonder, how would these snowflakes have actually coped during the Blitz?
Right.
Sitting in an Anderson shelter with a V2
And also,
rocket
don't complain
going off
about
next
being
to them.
arrested if you're actually continually breaking the law.
Or try living like a normal person, and then you'll need therapy and stress relief.
The thing that I found most amusing about Just Stop Oil, when they all got given exclusion orders from London, it proved that none of them lived here, because they all live in Tunbridge Wells, you know, in very nice big houses, and they get driven to the station by mummy and daddy in the Volvo.
Well, there was a study out by Scientific American on this climate therapy nonsense, and they actually found out that whereas most things in this world now afflict people of colour more, this afflicts white people more. You have to wonder why. And I'm sure, actually, it afflicts middle-class people from Tunbridge Wells particularly badly,
It is,
actually.
because it used to be Mr. Angry, didn't it, or Colonel Angry from Tunbridge Wells. It's now sort of Ms. Phoebe... Trustafarian, you know, we've got millions of pounds in the bank, but we're worried about the climate.
I'm assured there's no taxpayers' money was spent on that therapy. Once that happens, then I think, you know,
and there's a new one. There's a new Greta on the block. There's a little...
Oh, is there?
I saw a 12-year-old. I think she's an Indian girl, and she's obviously gearing up to be the next...
Well, there's money in them Dara Hills,
activist.
aren't there? I mean, if you want to become the new Greta...
Because now Greta's 20 or 20-something. She's getting a bit old. And
you
so
can't, you can't keep going, look, she's giving up her school. No.
Maybe that's what we should train our kids to be.
Yeah, what, instead of footballers?
A 3-year-old boy. What about my 3-year-old boy? He could maybe be trained up as the next Greta.
You could make him out to be some kind of seer.
Hysterical about the fact that it's raining.
But he could have a special power.
Yeah.
You know, that every time he touches, you know, his teddy or something, it tells him something. You know, normally if you did that, you'd have your child taken away from you. But if you said it was for climate change, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yeah, this is brilliant. He's absolutely amazing. We've never seen anything like him.